So here we are with your sub pump and your sprinkler system. There's some good details to be aware of because you may or may not have had a sprinkler system before. You might not have had a radon mitigation system, but we did the necessary safety precautions so you can be comfortable long term. Heath, tell us a little bit about what we're looking at.
So with the pit and your radon system, there's not a whole lot of maintenance besides maybe over time redoing this silicone if it peels off. Your sump pump is plugged in right here. One thing you always want to make sure of is that this GFI is not tripped here. If it is tripped, you don't have power, and you can have water bubbling up here in a big storm. That's one reason we recommend a battery backup, especially if you're gonna spend that extra money to finish your basement. It's also a good idea before a heavy storm, unplug the float here and just test this pump. You can hear it humming here, so that way you know you're good for that next rain.
Tell us a little bit about what a float is.
So down inside of your pit, there's a float that's part of the pump. Once the water comes up, it's gonna trigger that pump to pump outside. And the water that's getting in this pump is water that's around your footings. So we have a 4-inch drain tile and then gravel over top, on top of your footings, and that drips down into your sump pump. That way you're not having water sitting up against your foundation.
And that float protects to make sure it's not constantly running and gets burnt out.
Over here we have your water service. So the main thing to know here is how to shut the water off to your house. So this is right here a shut off to your house. 90 degrees is off. We do have these separated. That way, if you're gone on vacation, you can shut your water off to your house, but leave your sprinkler system on. This is your water meter. You need to send that information to MUD for readings. And then this right here is your water pressure. We tell people just don't touch that. If you think you need to touch it, call a plumber.
Other than that, a few key things, like you said, with the water meter, don't let them charge you $65. We'll remind you to come out and take a picture of that. And by the time you see this video, it might have even increased. What is this other pipe then outside of the main shutoff valve?
So like I said, this is your house right here, and this is your sprinkler system. So when we're winterizing that, you're actually shutting down the system here. So the first step in winterizing is shutting the main off. And then we're gonna go outside and show you how to open that up. And then you're actually gonna come down here and drain what water is left in this pipe into a bucket for winter.